Oh, hi, voyeurism. Hello, Rowan Mithril here once again, getting back to Silent Hill 4 The Room. So, for those wondering about that strange little Easter egg I saw there of the head flying around outside the windows, unfortunately, you can't really get a good close-up of that. This is pretty much as close as you can get to the window and still see it. If you look through the window, I don't think it occurs there. I was really hoping it would, because I'd wanted to get a better view of it. So let's see, as long as we're over here, anything on the radio? That would be a no. So, nothing really to do but go back to the hole. Now we've got markings around it. This thing's getting developed. This hole, it doesn't look like a human made it. It's getting bigger and rounder. I think I've seen this pattern before. Well, yeah, every time you've gone through a hole back in the nightmare worlds. The thinnest save point ever! That doesn't look comfortable to sleep on. I'm glad they felt the need to give us a subtitle for 303. So hey, this guy doesn't seem creepy or threatening at all.
It looks like my apartment. What the hell is this?
If this looks like your apartment, you really need to find a better place. So yes, welcome to Apartment World. To start off, only one door is unlocked and we're right at it, room 301. And there's a lot of important stuff for us to find in here. Let's see what all we've got in here. First off, this diary. There's a diary here. The last few months, Joseph, the guy next door to me who gave me that rare porn magazine... Wait. Does porn really come with rarities? Whatever. Looks like he's been working super hard. He said if he found another rare one, he'd give it to me, but he hasn't shown his face around much lately. He said he was a journalist, and he's always investigating stuff, but I think something strange is going on with him. He's been shut in his apartment, and I can hear all these weird noises coming from there. July 1st, Mike. Oh, my beautiful Rachel. What's with the note on the red paper? I thought you'd written a note back to me, but I guess maybe it was somewhere else. He took it along with my clothes. Those were my best clothes. July 2nd, Mike. Okay, then. We also have a red piece of paper with nothing written on it. Red paper. Just red paper with nothing written on it. I'll stick it under room 302's door. Okay. As long as it makes sense to you, pal. How you just immediately figured that one out, who knows. But thank you anyway. So we have a hole in here if we need to use it. This guy, is it the super? He was much younger in this picture. There's a key taped to the back of it. And so we have the superintendent's key. South Ashfield Heights superintendent's key. It says 105 on it. It's a photo of a nurse. It says I love you on it. There's a key taped to the back of it. Locker key 106. It looks like a locker key. 106 is written on it. Well, apt description. There's a magazine lying open. Teaching Despair, Wish House. Well, that sounds familiar. We've actually read this article back in Silent Hill 3. But hey, let's read it again. Wish House, an orphanage on the outskirts of Silent Hill. But behind its false image is a place where children are kidnapped and brainwashed. Wish House is managed by the Silent Hill Smile Support Society, a charity organization sometimes called 4S. It's true that 4S is a well-respected charity that takes in poor children without homes and raises them with hope. But at its heart, it's a heathen organization that teaches its own warped dogma in lieu of good religious values. Mr. Smith, temp, who lives near Wish House, had this to say: "Sometimes at night I can hear their weird prayers and the sound of children crying. I went there to complain one time, but they ran me right out. Since then, it hasn't changed a bit." In fact, this reporter was refused admission when he attempted to take photographs in the facility. What exactly do the folks at Wish House have to hide? During my investigations, I was able to discover, however, a suspicious-looking round concrete tower which appears to be part of their facilities. Unfortunately, no one was willing to tell us what the tower was used for, but it seems unlikely that it has anything to do with the business of raising orphans. It may in fact be a prison, or a secret place of worship. The cult religion that operates Wish House is known by the locals simply as the Order. It's a religion that is deeply interwoven with Silent Hill's history, but its worshippers' fervent belief that they're among the elite chosen people has a dark and dangerous side. I intend to continue my investigation of Wish House, and the cult behind it. I've always believed that telling the whole truth and showing the children the true path is our most important duty. Joseph Schreiber. So that's all there is to find in here. Couple of keys, couple of diaries, and a red paper. Whoa, and a victim ghost. Let me out of here. Thank you very much. So we apparently have a bunch of already dead dogs around here, and our creepy kid knocking at our own door. And then he vanished. He left some red paper there. It's locked. There's a scrap of red paper stuck under the door. This is the same way they show up under my door. So at least now it makes sense that he knows to do this with the paper. We can go back and read that any time we want now. It's locked. What was that guy doing here? Could he be the next victim? Or could it be... Everything else right now is completely locked. Now this is my least favorite area. We'll get to why later on. Oh, hey there.
I got this from Miss Galvin. A long, long time ago. She was younger than me back then. She looked so happy, holding her mother's hand. Here. I'll give it to you.
So, yeah, creepy, threatening stalker guy that showed up first across the courtyard, pointing at Eileen's apartment, and now you're rambling about her once having been younger than you, implying that she isn't anymore, and you're just out of nowhere giving us a creepy doll. I hope you're not offended when I say no thanks. The shabby doll is a completely optional item. It doesn't help with anything, and in fact is a hindrance later on. I will probably show in extra footage what it does, but yeah, I would highly recommend not taking it. So here in the lobby we already have another hole. And over here we have lockers. So let's use that locker key. I love you, Rachel. Mike. It's filled with love letters from Mike to Rachel. But that's not the biggest importance right now. Let's see. Is this the right way? Oh, we've got dogs. Let's show what this axe can do, shall we? The rusty axe is a beautiful thing. Lots of strange, creepy noises in here. I see you down there. Hassan Chop! Okay, and that seems to be all that's in here. Okay, 102... 103... I think I'm at the wrong side. Because I need room 105. There it is. We've used the superintendent's key. So let's see what all we have in here. More red paper. And a torn piece of red paper. Just torn red paper with nothing written on it. And again, we'll stick it under our own door. It's a hastily scribbled memo. Found by Nurse Rachel. Return it to room 302, together with the part her boyfriend, Mike, tore off. There are keys for each apartment here. We've got the apartment keys. Keys to each apartment in the building. Actually, it looks like 303 is missing. So here's where I start to really have a problem with this world. Apartment World could have been interesting. It tries to present you with this story of a past occurrence in the apartments, and tries to walk you through it in a logical way. But they just gave us the keys to every single apartment in the entire bloody building. Meaning it makes just as much sense to do a floor-by-floor search of every single apartment. That way you're guaranteed to get every item in the world, and you don't even have to bother with the overreaching puzzle of this world. Great planning! It's a red box. Man, this thing really stinks. It's practically bringing tears to my eyes. Well, that would be that umbilical cord he's keeping for whatever reason. Seriously, what is with that? Let's see, we have another diary. The red box seems even stranger today. It's giving off a terrible smell. It's disgusting, but I just can't throw it away. It must have been around 30 years ago. You've been keeping that umbilical cord for 3 decades? And it's surprising to you that it's rotting and stinking? Really? That young couple was living in the apartment, but one day they just suddenly disappeared. Ran off just like thieves in the night. I don't know why. It must have been money troubles, or maybe they got themselves in some kind of danger. The problem came after that. They left their newborn baby when they took off. I even found the umbilical cord. I called the ambulance right away, and I heard the baby survived, but I don't know what happened to him. Although a few years later, I often saw a young kid hanging around the apartment. One day he just stopped coming by, but now that I think of it, I'll bet he was that abandoned baby. It's a horrible story, abandoning a newborn baby. That all happened in room 302, and the umbilical cord I found there, well, I still can't get myself to throw it away. Why? So we have the superintendent's diary, umbilical cord. Yeah,